Welcome back to Timeless Messages from the I Ching. This is Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. So today's message is going to be a message about what's soon entering viewers' lives. A divination reading to see what are the influences, conditions, situations, what is the message that viewers need to hear that is going to help them where they're going to be at very soon. What is soon entering viewers' lives. If you'd like, you can close your eyes and just listen to the message. Think about the things that have been on your mind, where you're at with your life situation right now, and consider how these messages will wash over you and inform you about your upcoming near future. So without further ado, what is soon entering viewers' lives? Angels, Creator, Spirit guides, all loving beings of healing, Yeshua. What is soon entering viewers' lives? What is soon entering viewers' lives? Number 8. What is soon entering viewers' lives? What is soon entering viewers' lives? Number 8 again. What is soon entering viewers' lives? What is soon entering viewers' lives? Again, an 8. What is soon entering viewers' lives? What is soon entering viewers' lives? Timeless messages. Whenever the viewers find this message, what is soon entering viewers' lives? 6. What is soon entering viewers' lives? What is soon entering viewers' lives? Timeless messages. What is soon entering viewers' lives? 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 Timeless messages. What is soon entering viewers' lives? And the only, well, not the only, at least in the first hexagram, the only yang line. Okay. Yang yin yin. This is the mountain on top, and this is the earth below. So mountain on the earth. Yong Yin Yong is Li. Tuck this in here. Put it right here. Li is the upper trigram, and the lower trigram stays the same. It is Kun. So let's find this one, Ken and Kun. Number 23. And Li and Kun. Li and Kun. 35. Okay. So if you want to just rest your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and consider the messages and how they relate to your current life experience and how they may be pouring into your near future. Most beneficial messages for your near future. Or actually, I should say, the what's coming. What's soon coming into viewer's future? That's what it is. Okay. What's soon coming into viewer's future? So we have Poe splitting apart. That's the first hexagram right there. Let's find out the second, and then we'll start the reading. Oh, that's nice. And then we have Chin, progress. Okay. What is soon entering viewers' lives? First hexagram, Poe splitting apart. The dark lines are about to mount upward. These are the dark lines here. There's only one light line at the very top. They're about to mount upward and overthrow the last firm light line by exerting a disintegrating influence on it. The inferior dark forces overcome. What is superior? Excuse me. Drink of water here. The inferior dark forces overcome what is superior and strong, not by direct means, but by undermining it gradually and imperceptibly so that it collapses. Okay. The lines of the hexagram present the image of a house, the top line being the roof. And because the roof is being shattered, the house collapses. This hexagram belongs to the 9th month, October, November. The yin power pushes up ever more powerfully and is about to supplant the yang power altogether, replace the yang power altogether. The judgment splitting apart. It does not further one to go anywhere. This pictures a time when inferior people are pushing forward and are about to crowd out the few remaining strong and superior people. Under these circumstances, which are due to the time, it is not favorable for the superior person to undertake anything. The right behavior in such adverse times is to be deduced from the images and their attributes. The lower trigram stands for the earth, whose attributes are docility and devotion. The upper trigram stands for the mountain, whose attribute is stillness. This suggests that one should submit to the bad time and remain quiet. For it is a question not of humanity's doing, but of time conditions, which, according to the laws of heaven, show an alternation of increase and decrease, fullness and emptiness. It's impossible to counteract these conditions of this time. Hence, it is not cowardice, but wisdom to submit or accept and avoid action. The image. The mountain rests on the earth, the image of splitting apart. Thus those above can ensure their position only by giving generously to those below. The mountain rests on the earth. When it is steep and narrow, lacking a broad base, it must topple over. Its position is strong only when it rises out of the earth, broad and great, not proud and steep. So likewise those who rule rest on the broad foundations of the people. The rulers too should be generous and benevolent, like the earth that carries everyone. Then the rulers will make their position as secure as a mountain is in its tranquility. The lines. We have a 6 in the 4th position. 6 in the 4th place means the bed is split up to the skin, misfortune. Here the disaster affects not only the resting place, but even the occupant. No warning or other comment is added. Misfortune has reached its peak. It can no longer be warded off. I'll read this once more. Here the disaster affects not only the resting place, such as one's bed, but even the occupant. No warning or other comment is added. misfortune has reached its peak. It can no longer be warded off. Well, and I guess on some levels, if misfortune has reached its peak, then we know that things are going to get better. So this is splitting apart. It definitely paints a picture of elements going in directions that are not positive. Paints the idea of a house collapsing because the roof is being shattered. The yin energy is pushing up powerfully to replace the yang energy. Essentially, this pictures a time when inferior people are pushing forward and are about to crowd out the few remaining strong and superior people. And it emphasizes that for superior people in this position, it's important to not undertake things. And this is the right behavior in such times as these images paint. So also remember that even though this is a bad time and one must just essentially submit or accept and remain quiet and try to deal with it as best as possible, it's not of your doing, but simply of time conditions. So we have alternations of complementary opposites such as increase and decrease, fullness and emptiness, togetherness and separateness. All these things are complementary opposites, and we're just simply in a phase or a time sequence that involves splitting apart. So it's wisdom rather than cowardice to simply accept and avoid action. For these conditions are not possible to be counteracted. So this talks about misfortune reaching its peak. So number 35. Again, the good thing is that if it's reached its peak, then things are going to get better. Something to remember. So 35. So we have a transition here now at what is soon coming into viewers' lives. Po splitting apart. Okay, misfortune. But then we see that the line here, which indicates misfortune has reached its peak, is shifting over to progress. So we have a transition here, a way through. And that's positive because we're moving away from splitting apart. We're not going to stay there forever. It's just going to be a portion of time that then transitions to progress. So the second hexagram, Chin, progress. The hexagram represents the sun rising over the earth. It's therefore the symbol of rapid and easy progress, which at the same time means ever-widening expansion and clarity. The judgment, progress, the powerful prince, is honored with horses in large numbers. In a single day, he is granted audience 3 times. As an example of progress, this pictures a time when a powerful feudal lord rallies the other lords around the sovereign, around the king, and pledges allegiance and peace. The sovereign, the leader, the ruler, the king, rewards this person richly and invites this person to a closer intimacy. A twofold idea is set forth here. The actual effect of the progress comes from a person who's in a dependent position and whom the others regard as their equal and are therefore willing to follow. This leader, this person, has enough clarity of vision not to abuse their great influence, but to use it for the benefit of the ruler. The ruler, in turn, is free of all jealousy and showers presents on the great person and invites this great person continually to the court. An enlightened ruler and an obedient servant, this is the condition on which great progress depends. The image. The sun rises over the earth, the image of progress. Thus the superior man or woman, thus the superior person brightens their bright future, brightens their bright virtue. I'm going to start over on this one. The sun rises over the earth, the image of progress. Thus the superior person brightens their bright virtue. The light of the sun as it rises over the earth is by nature clear. The higher the sun rises, the more it emerges from the dark mists, spreading its pristine purity of its rays over an ever-widening area. The real nature of humanity is likewise originally good, but it becomes clouded by contact with earthly things, and therefore needs purification before it can shine forth in its native clarity. So we have a wonderful transition here from misfortune in the first hexagram, what's soon coming into viewers' lives, okay, the splitting apart aspect. Now this could indicate you're splitting apart from a concept, an organization, a person, a way of doing things. That could be as well. But whatever it is, it's not a fortunate time, let's put it this way. And it's not of your own doing. That's important to remember. It's just a time that you find yourself in, and it will transition. It's just like the wheels on a cog transition slowly but surely. A new moment will come in, and then that new moment will be experienced, and then the next moment will come in, and so forth. So you just have to live through this experience, this misfortune, whatever it happens to manifest as, because as you do so, you will realize in the second hexagram progress. You'll be moving forward. And it paints a picture, a very positive picture of the sun rising over the earth and having a rapid, easy progress with ever-widening expansion and clarity. That sounds great. It also paints the picture of a prince who is in a situation, who is dependent upon a king, a sovereign. And this prince does not abuse his power, but with this prince's clarity of vision, this is used to benefit the ruler. And the ruler appreciates this. And in turn, the ruler showers presents and good blessings on this prince, and invites the prince continually to the court. So these are the ideas set forth for progress. We have an enlightened ruler, okay, and an obedient servant. And so the obedient servant is in a dependent position, but the actual clarity that the servant has is considered very helpful, and the others in the court, the sovereign or the king's court, regard this servant as an equal and are therefore willing to follow this person. And this servant does not abuse this, but actually treads very carefully and makes sure that the ideas are clear and helpful, and not to his or her own ends, but to benefit everyone. So we have a ruler and a servant, and these are the conditions on which great progress depends. It's a dependent situation in which the person who is in the subordinate or servant position is actually appreciated as an equal, like the king. So here in the image, we have the idea of the purity of the sunlight and its rays emerging from the dark mists. We could think of emerging from the dark mists as emerging from the misfortune of splitting apart, whatever that means to you in your near future. And this purity, this pristine purity, expands over an ever-widening area and paints a picture of the real nature of humanity, as our nature is originally good. And just like the sun rising every day, its rays penetrate through the atmosphere and bring light, so too we have the ability to be like that sun and shine forth in our native clarity. But oftentimes, in order to do so, there needs to be some form of purification. So contact with earthly things, whatever those may be, situations, negative behaviors, have to be purified. So, very hopeful message. The sun expanding, rising, easy progress, rapid and easy progress, expanding clarity. That's a very hopeful message. I hope that this speaks to you, and pay attention to the situations that come into your life in the next few days and see if this resonates. If you do go through some sort of a situation that speaks of splitting apart, that speaks of misfortune, that is not particularly enjoyable. And as you go through it, remember to remind yourself that as you accept, adapt, and don't fight this situation, you'll soon or more soon enter into the next hexagram's energy of progress. The more we fight it, the more time we're going to spend in that misfortune, and the more we're going to postpone the next energy that's coming in of progress. I hope these messages will help you on your journey. If you're interested in scheduling a personal reading, the information on those is in the description box. Thanks for tuning in, and take care.